All right, chat. Jev finally responded, bro. I can't wait to watch this video, bro.
Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Jeff, back here over on some more Elden Ring. So in the last video, I put my way through this Castle Ensis area, got some more upgrades and stuff. I didn't-
Wait, there ain't no fucking way. There ain't no way. Oh my gosh. He played into the memes. He titled the video FaZe Clan's Over and just plays Elden Ring? Fucking cinema, bro.
Very long. I spent most of the video beating Rolana and then just like running around in circles over here to get the upgrade.
Wait, imagine he just doesn't say anything about the title the entire time. I'm hoping that's what he does, and he just ignores everything.
And stuff. Beat the hippo, and now I'm over here in the Shadow Keep where Mesmer is. Gaius is in the back. The flower over here is also in the back. There's a lot of bosses to do here. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right, what's going on, guys? It's Jeb. As you guys pretty much have seen.
Damn it! I was really hoping that he would just completely ignore it. I think that would have been way funnier.
FaZe Clan is over. FaZe Clan ended. It's gone. It's done. So where to start? So on the 25th, all of the guys that were recruited for, I guess, like the new restructuring thing, I guess we could call it.
Also, after hearing him talk about it, I just noticed he took FaZe out of his name.
They ended up dropping the majority of people,
That's
which
crazy.
I already made a whole video on that, and I felt a certain type of way, but I had hopes for like all the new guys and stuff like that, and I mean, ultimately, it seems like they've been very successful. From what I understand, everyone's popped off. So FaZe, as you know, the company and the logo and just the name in general, still does its thing. Back in the day when you joined FaZe, that was basically your ticket into turning this whole like internet thing, especially at that time, gaming-wise, into an actual career. And back in 2014, Apex ended up reaching out.
1 billion%, bro. Like, if you joined FaZe, you were set for life. You just had automatic access to people that cared about you. So, like, joining FaZe was like a cheat code. Like, we all talk about video games, but it was like an actual real-life cheat code. That's the insane part, is you just literally got a lot of things handed to you immediately upon joining. I'm not saying people didn't have to work for it, but they did get some special treatment for
me
that.
And gave me a chance and everything, and ever since that point my life had changed. And over the years, as time went on, there's been a whole lot of different like iterations and versions of FaZe, and just the way that the internet is in general, the way content is, there's all sorts of different eras. It's not just the FaZe eras, it's like the internet eras as well, and things change over that time. But for FaZe, it was always important for them to at least keep a hold of some people that still represented the original idea. So I always just, you know,
Yeah. Rest in peace to all the actual FaZe members that were there from the beginning. They didn't die or anything. I just hope they sleep really well, you know?
stayed in the team mostly out of respect for everybody, regardless of all like the controversies and whatever other crazy stupid shit everybody's getting involved with. This is why I don't do any of this business stuff. I don't really give a fuck about none of that. It was always about gaming in the end for me, so it was mostly out of respect for people like, especially Apex as well. Rain as well is another big what I consider like a mentor. Now that said, just because I stayed in the team out of respect for them and everything, things got very messy there anyway though, because it was never, eventually it got so weird and murky with people selling or stealing the company or whatever. I don't even understand, dude. I'm having journalists hit me up and shit asking me like, hey, is this accurate? Aren't you the fucking journalist? I have no idea. In this whole like YouTube space, like I got friends, but everybody knows, like anybody that knows me, they could probably say the same kind of situation. Like I'm not that close to a lot of people. I keep to myself. I do my own thing. I live my own life.
Bro said, I don't fucking know. You're the journalist. Look it up.
That was my goal at the end of this whole thing anyway, was to just do as much as I possibly could through gaming and gaming only, and that's it. So once all these bigger deals started coming in, content houses started getting made. I visited the FaZe house once, but everything was still like mainly gaming and stuff. There was like vlogging and stuff, but it was still based around gaming mostly. And then it veered like even further away from that, which is completely fine.
I remember when, they actually still played video games. That was crazy. Wish they did that now. Well, it's over now, but I wish they did that before that it died. That would have been nice. It's all about personality now. Ew. What the fuck? Like, personality. We want to see you play video games.
But at that point, like, I'm just not really, that's not really my space. I don't really care. So I've always been, like, at least arm's distance from virtually every single person in FaZe and anybody else. I mean, if it makes anyone feel any better, I do that with everybody. It's not specific to FaZe, but I don't want to travel the world. I don't want to make, like, 5 million fucking friends. I don't want to make business partners and shit like that. I don't do business. I really don't. I got the one sponsor with G Fuel because I actually drink it. And past that, I really don't look for anything else. Any sponsorship and business related stuff that I would take or undergo or create or something, I have no will to create anything. There's a whole lot of people that are telling me, oh dude, just take over FaZe Clan and start recruiting people and turn the ship around and stuff. Dude, even if I could do that, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a leader. I would genuinely, I'm not joking, I would rather be a part of a group and not be the leader and lose than be the leader and win. I don't want to lead. I don't want to lead so much so that I would rather lose under somebody else's leadership. Don't want to lead. I don't want to be responsible.
No, this is exactly like, so people, when they find out that I work at the airport, they're always just like, oh, so you're working at the airport so one day you can become a pilot. I'm like, fuck no. I don't want to be a pilot. I don't want that much fucking responsibility. I don't want to be in charge of that many people's lives. Fuck no. It's the same thing like if somebody asked me if I wanted to become a bus driver. No, fuck no. I don't want to be responsible for children. Like, this is the same reason I don't want to ever have children in my life. I don't want to be responsible for another human being. Like, if I can be, like, financially responsible for another person around the same age as me, hell yeah. But I'm not, like, no, I'm not down with the people are relying on me to keep them safe. No, I can't do that. I'm a short guy. I can't do that to begin with.
I don't want to create something that other people could potentially depend on. I don't want to do it. I don't have the passion for that kind of thing. I got the passion for what it is that I do specifically, and that's it. So people are asking, am I leaving FaZe? Am I staying in FaZe? I didn't really know how to explain it, but you can't leave a team that is literally over.
Yeah. Bro, like, if Jev is the last one in, there's no team. Not even just because the fact that he's the only one there. It's more like he's not gonna take the responsibility. He's already made that clear. He's not responsible for anybody else. He's just doing his own thing. And that's what everybody on the internet's been saying to people that are like, oh, but what about Jev? He's gonna restart FaZe and it's gonna be great and everything. Like, no, he's not gonna do that. He's in his own lane, bro. He's staying in that lane.
It's done.
He likes that lane. And to be fair, anyone in his position would also like that lane.
Go. You can't leave a team that doesn't exist. I'm making that sound like it's dramatic or like a bad thing. In truth, of all the ways that this could have ended, it's not that bad. It's actually kind of perfect for a lot of the people here that are involved with FaZe, especially behind the scenes and stuff. It seems like a whole lot of people have a whole lot of like beef with each other, and money conversations and contract splits. By the way, I just have to note this here. Under the entire time that I was in FaZe, I'm like 99% positive I never even saw a contract anywhere. I never even saw a contract. I was never asked of anything or like a percentage of anything. This is also through all of the time of like them selling and like having like new leadership or whatever, whoever's owning it. I have never been approached by the original leaders. I've never been approached by the new owners of any of these with a contract. I have never been approached, period, about a contract. From the very beginning, it's no strings attached.
Good.
The most organic membership you could possibly have. I didn't get signed to FaZe. I joined FaZe and I stayed.
Yeah.
That's it. I didn't get signed to shit. A lot of people go and look at these organizations like they're getting signed to like some sort of NFL team or some shit like that. You guys look at this space like it's way more professional than it actually is. I don't think you guys recognize, well, maybe you will, how shitty this entire like esports slash organizational stuff is. It is messy as fuck, and most of it was ran by literal kids back in the day. People have no idea what the fuck they're doing, and I'm not just talking about FaZe either. FaZe's reputation has been in the gutter for I don't even know how long. I was on like an upward trajectory as is already, and Apex found me, saw me, kept an eye on me, and eventually ended up recruiting me to the team, which sent my momentum into a whole other stratosphere at the time.
Yeah.
Now today I have over 5 million subscribers. I can go and post and upload anything and everything that I want. I've uploaded over 4,000 videos, hundreds well before I even joined FaZe. I could say without a doubt, like I am in just such a good
Bro, this is the dream. This is the dream, to be able to do what I want without having to be like, oh, I gotta cater to the algorithm, otherwise people won't care. That's, like, to be honest, that's why I'm making this video currently. Is because I know it'll get views. I can't just, and this is what I've been doing for the last, like, couple weeks, is just sitting down here playing Marvel Rivals or playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That's what I want to do. And then I want to make videos on things that I do care about. I would love to sit down and write a script for a video, like a video essay about a movie or something, or about a video game, or like theory videos. I would love to do all this stuff, but I know there's so many people that do that. It's such a big space, and I cannot mentally or physically keep up with editing, writing, voicing, finding the clips to go along with the video to make it visually appealing. I can't do all that stuff. That's why I don't do that. That's why I'm doing reaction videos. And I see people in my comment section saying that I'm stealing videos. You're kind of technically right, but technically not. But I can't do the things that I want because they will not be successful. And if I'm trying to get to a place where I can do the things that I want and people will watch them, I have to sacrifice and do the things that I don't really like doing until I can do the things that I like doing. Does that make sense?
Space just healthy. I have a really good way of like reframing it and stuff, and over the years I'm happy it's taken this long to really get here, because I'm not really sure how I would have handled it you know, a few years back or whatever, but I think that it ending like this, I think this is one of the cleanest ways possible. You know, wipe our hands clean of this whole thing. Here's to the future, you know? That said, all that's basically gonna change on my channel is a grand total of 2 things: my name on YouTube and my bio on Twitter, and I think that's it. So
Yep, literally. It has no effect on this guy. Other than maybe like the parasocial people that are like, I only watch FaZe people. And now that nobody's in FaZe, like, they're not gonna watch anyone, I guess? Like, I don't know. I don't know if people actually exist like that. I'm just making an assumption.
all I'm gonna do is change 2 things on the channel. Nothing in the content is changing whatsoever. A lot of people already say they don't consider me a part of FaZe or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But regardless, overall, FaZe means a lot of different things to a whole lot of different people, and maybe some people are just gonna tune out whenever they hear that. They don't really know what that means. But the idea of FaZe to me had a lot more to do with like the original gaming stuff and the entire like culture around that. All the flexing and shit, regardless of how much money I've made over the years, has never really been my thing. I understand that that's like super entertaining for a whole lot of other people, and that's what FaZe is to them, but for me, that's not really what it was. So everybody's got their different ideas of FaZe, but I just...
Well, it used to be entertaining to people. Now people think it's pretty corny if you just walk out in a Rolex and get in your Lamborghini. Like, that's fucking corny. But back in the day, that was peak entertainment for preteens and early teenagers.
I want to thank every single person in FaZe throughout all the years, whether we interacted a lot or did. I'm proud of you guys. Those of you I remember, those of you who I don't, those of you who I don't even know if you were ever in the team or not. I don't even know. I've been distant for so long. I mean, I paid attention to it. No, I still know generally what's going on. I'm on the internet all the time. It's not like, you know, I'm sitting around on some boat or some shit. I'm sitting here gaming and I'm on the internet. I see it. I know. You know, I've talked to Apex. I've talked to Rain. I've talked to other people in the team, Scope as well. Yeah, it seems like everybody is just ready. So that's me touching on the FaZe thing. I don't have any tea. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I ain't saying no names, none of that shit. I don't know anybody. I can't speak on none of that. I just hope the best for all of you, and a lot of you guys managed to get out of all that evil ass money shit, because that shit is poison, man. Genuinely it is. Now watch me absolutely slam Mesmer in this boss fight.
Hell yeah. Side note, I can't play these games. I'm so glad that my coworker is not into Dark Souls or Elden Ring, because I'm doing a challenge where I have to play every game on Steam, on my Steam account, which is exactly 393 story mode games that I have to play over however long it takes me to complete. I'm no longer going to complete every game, because I refuse to do that. That will take literal years. So I'm going to try each game, and if I enjoy the game within the first like hour of playing it, I will play through the whole thing. If I don't enjoy it, I will probably not play the entire thing. Unless it's like a really culturally significant game that I like can't miss. Like, I need to know the lore and everything to like relate to people who have played the game. I will continue playing the game, even if I don't enjoy it. But if it's like a point and click video game, I don't enjoy those whatsoever, and my coworker very much enjoys them and has quite a few. So I will try them, but I don't want to play those at all. At all, like at all. So I'm not gonna. But I'm so glad that they don't have Dark Souls, because I cannot play those games to save my life. And Assassin's Creed Odyssey already feels somewhat like Dark Souls, and it pisses me off because I'm so bad at that. It was the same thing with Valhalla, Assassin's Creed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna skip this. I don't know if he says anything at the end. No. Yeah, I don't know. I have nothing to say about the gameplay, so like there's no point in me really watching it or reacting to it on stream. Bro, I need a haircut. Fuck. Yeah. Overall, I think I've made pretty good points that Java has already explained. Yeah, there's no point in him caring what happens to FaZe. Like, I don't know why people thought that he would that much. Like, yeah, it's given him opportunities that he would have. I mean, he would have likely had anyways, but they just accelerated his opportunity to have opportunities. So like, that's really all it is. That's all it is for him, was a chance for more exposure, and that's what he got from it. And obviously no hate there, obviously, but I mean, I feel like he did the best with what he was given, and he got out of it without having to even do anything about it. So hell yeah for him. Like, comment, subscribe. This video was recorded live on twitch.tv. Tonio. Go follow the Twitch. I will see y'all later.